slides talking about the exploits and public disclosures that Microsoft released this month. The first of those is the CERT CVE 2025-2884. It's an out-of-bounds read vulnerability in TCG TPM 2.0. This one is rated as important. It had a fairly low CVSS score. But again, as we've talked about, that doesn't always matter because chaining things together allows threat actors to do some significant things to exploit vulnerabilities. This one has been publicly disclosed. It's not actively being exploited. It is still unproven from a code maturity perspective, meaning the public disclosure did not have any code samples or anything else relating to it. So there's still some work for the threat actor to be able to take advantage of this one. But it's just one for visibility's sake, making sure that you're not losing sight of this. The good news is also in the OS update this month. So that means that you're going to take care of this when you take care of the zero-day exploits. The next vulnerability is that modem vulnerability that we talked about. There were actually two of them. One that was publicly disclosed, the other one that was actively being exploited. So when they were in searching for the one, they happened to find the other. So this one, 2025-24052, is the publicly disclosed one. So with that public disclosure, there is proof of concept code out there for this as well that demonstrates that attack is possible. The code is possibly in need of some weaponizing yet to make it so that it can be used in a live attack. But as the other CVE will point out, that attack is real. So there are threat actors that are already exploiting another CVE in that modem driver. So updating the OS this month removes that driver and protects you from that going forward. Here's the exploited CVE relating to that modem driver. So we don't have to go through this into too much more detail, but the difference there is this one is functional, meaning it's actively exploited, confirmed by Microsoft. And they have the details down below talking about the fact that they're removing the driver and they're recommending that you remove any existing dependencies on that type of hardware in your environment because it will not be resolved. Most likely that fax modem vendor is probably not supporting the device anymore, and there's just nobody that's going to ever fix it. The next CVE was a secure boot bypass. So for those of you running IGEL OS, IGEL OS before 11 is what they've got the wording as there, which basically makes it sound like if you're before version 11 of their IGEL OS, they're able to bypass secure boot if they basically manipulate the flash driver module to think that it's validating a cryptographic signature that's valid, which is really not. A crafted root file system can then be mounted from an unverified SquashFS image. So if you're using the IGEL OS for bootstrapping systems, this is a vulnerability that has been actively exploited for that. The next one is the remote access connection manager vulnerability elevation of privilege. This one is the one that is kind of getting a lot more buzz as far as the driver. The fax driver was most likely more targeted attacks. This one sounds like it's been a little bit more widely targeted. This one can allow the attacker to gain system level privileges. So we talked about that Chrome vulnerability. If they were to exploit that one, this would be that ideal choice to give me full access to that box, and now I can do anything I want. So that kind of combination is exactly what threat actors are looking for. That lets them go in and get very quick access, elevate their privileges, and really own that box. And you can see here it's affecting all of the Windows OSs, including all the way back to Server 2008 yet. We still are seeing those, and most likely it's because somewhere very important like national infrastructure or something like that still has to run Server 2008 for some reason. But yes, there is still a few out there that are patching that, and Microsoft is still updating it for some reason. So that wraps up the Microsoft exploits and public disclosures.